People struggling with their mental health may not know where to turn in a crisis. But for those in Forest, Oneida, and Vilas counties, there is a resource that can get them immediate help. Newswatch 12's Dakota Sherrick joins us live in the studio with more on the local crisis hotline. Dakota, good evening.
Lane, most people know of the National Suicide Hotline, but not everyone knows that here in the Northwoods there's a crisis line specifically for our area. Its purpose? To give support to those who need it. A quick dial
Family Services Crisis Center
is all it takes to get some help.
For somebody who maybe doesn't have that extra support or doesn't know what to do in a moment that they feel that they're stressed out or experiencing a crisis.
Human Services Bridget Plout says when people in Forest, Oneida, or Vilas County call the crisis hotline, they are connected with a mental health professional
To help them really manage their situation and feel better at the end of that phone call.
The call center itself is located in Brown County, but if a person is in serious need, a locally based mobile screener will often be called in to assist.
We get about 2,000 calls a year to the crisis line, and out of that, about 800 to 900 results in a mobile crisis contact with one of our local screeners.
Human Services screeners work with law enforcement in mental health crisis situations, a partnership Captain Ron Lewinberg says is invaluable.
There's no one type mental health crisis call where we can say they're all the same.
Because each situation is unique and the needs of each individual vary, officers in the mental health screener will come up with a plan for the person in crisis together.
They're the first ones on the scene, so they're the ones who have the majority of the information, and that collateral contact is essential in order for us all to make a good decision to keep someone safe.
So we can de-escalate what is oftentimes a very tense situation for the person having the crisis.
But the hope is that people will call the crisis line before it gets that far to start their journey towards better mental health.
We don't want anybody walking around not feeling good and feeling like they're alone in this process. There's a lot of resources and supports, and half of it is just finding out what those are.
People who call the crisis line, which runs 24/7, can remain anonymous. It is for anyone who feels they need help or know someone who is struggling. The only time law enforcement would be contacted is if the mental health specialist is seriously concerned about someone's safety.